Hello students, welcome back to e-learning. In this video, we will be discussing chapter 4, 5 and 6 of Swami and Friends by R.K. Narayan. Chapter 4, What is a Tale? Between classes on a Wednesday, Swami is unable to find his friends and wanders alone around his school. He stops to look at the younger children in the infant standards area, feeling filled with contempt at how small and unintelligent they are. Eventually, he happily runs into Shankar, Somu, and the P, who he thought were not at school. However, his three friends barely acknowledge Swami and refuse to let him join their game. They call Swami a tale, saying that it means a long thing that attaches himself or itself to an ass or a dog. Swami doesn't know what this means, but he feels upset and embarrassed. On his way home, he catches up to Somu, who tells Swami that they now call him Rajam's tail because he acts like he is too good for his old friends now that he spends time with the police superintendent's son. This experience is Swami's first shock in life. In particular, he feels unsure of who his friends are and confused that someone as nice as Somu could be so angry with him. Swami runs home and watches water and debris rush through a gutter by his house. He builds a paper boat and places an ant inside it, then launches the boat into the water. Swami watches in excitement as the boat progresses, recovering from several dangerous turns. Finally, however, a leaf falls into the boat and overturns it, and Swami is unable to find the boat or the ant. He pinches some dirt in the gutter and says a prayer for the soul of the ant. Over the next few days, Swami gets used to being cast out by his friends, but still finds himself wishing to talk to them. At times, he thinks that they might be looking at him in a friendly way, but at other times he thinks or he sees them reject him and feels self-conscious walking near them. He walks behind them leaving school, but he reflects on how frightening they have become to him and wishes to get away. Swami finally pretends to have left his notebook at school and runs away from his former friends in one of the situation. Next chapter 5, Father's Room. On Saturday, Swami prepares excitedly to host Rajam, who has promised to come on Saturday to his house. That particular afternoon. The Swami wonders where to host Rajam and realizes that because his father will be out at court, he can host Rajam in his father's room, pretending that the room is Swami's own. Swami's grandmother is also excited about the visit and asks Swami to bring Rajam to see him, but he refuses, telling her not to interact with Rajam because she is too old. Swami continues to prepare for Rajam's visit, demanding that his mother make good coffee and something fine and sweet for the afternoon snack. He also tells the cook to change into clean clothes and asks him to bring the food directly to him and Rajam. Finally, Swami asks his father if he can use his room to host Rajam, and his father agrees when he hears that Rajam's father is the police superintendent. To Swami's surprise, Rajam's visit goes well, with all of Swami's demands met except for uh, the fact that the cook didn't change his clothes. Rajam and Swami talk happily for hours until Rajam notices Swami's father's large books and asks Swami if he reads them. Embarrassed that Swami has discovered the room is that Rajam has discovered that the room is not his, Swami admits that the table belongs to his father, and in order to distract Rajam from asking further question about his own possessions, he mentions that about his grandmother. Rajam says that he would love to meet her, and Swami runs to see Granny, hoping that she is asleep. Swami is disappointed to find her awake, but she is delighted to meet Rajam and impressed with the luxurious details of his life. On a subsequent school day, Swami enters class to find that tail, T-A-I-L, in a bold letter is written on the blackboard. Swami's whole class giggles at him, and Swami slaps the P and Shankar in anger. The three begin to fight in earnest, and they only stop when Somu and Mani enter the class and separate them. Swami, Mani, Somu, Shankar, and the P all go outside the school, where Mani accuses Swami's former friends of writing the word on the board. They all deny it, and Swami, crying, explains to Mani that tail refers to him being Rajam's tail. Mani angrily defends Rajam and Somu tells Mani that he thinks too much of himself. The two begin to punch and kick each other, at which point Swami, Shankar, and the P run in panic to get the mission school headmaster, who breaks up the fight. Chapter 6, A Friend in Need. 3 weeks later, Swami and Mani are on their way to Rajam's house. Rajam has invited them to his house, telling them that he has a surprise waiting for them. On the way, Mani muses about the way that he would like to inflict violence on Somu, Shankar, and the P. When they arrive at Rajam's house, Rajam peeks out but then closes the door again. To get him to let them in, Swami pretends to be a blind kitten and Mani a blind puppy, mews and barking at the door. Rajam opens the door and the two enter, still pretending to be animals with their eyes closed. While Rajam barks and mews in response, when Swami and Mani open their eyes, they discover that Somu, Shankar, and the P are in the room with Rajam. Swami is embarrassed at his behavior and Mani becomes angry at Rajam, threatening to leave. Rajam comforts both and convinces them to stay, offering everyone a snack. After they all eat, Rajam gives a long lecture on the value of friendship and all the terrible things that the Vedas says will happen to a person who makes enemies. At the end of his lecture, Rajam asks the other 5 boys to swear that they won't have enemies anymore and offer them each a gift if they do so. The P is the first to accept his gift, and the other 4 boys soon do the same. The P receives a fountain pen, Somu gets a new belt, Mani gets a new knife, Shankar receives a bound notebook, and Swami gets a green clockwork engine. This is all for this video. The remaining chapters will be uploaded and explained in the next video. So stay tuned and don't forget to watch the next videos. Thank you.